welcome back to Where in the Herd. It's Tiffany. On today's channel, we are talking about a restaurant called Better Than Sex, okay? So if you want to talk about restaurants, date nights, girls' night, then this is the video for you. So go ahead and stay tuned.
Right, that's what I said. Let me get this.
3.
Better than sex. Girls' night out.
What's this?
It's red velvet by double chocolate cookie with beer icing and strawberry coulis. And just like me on the weekends, this cookie's half facial with caramel and cinnamon. Wow.
Oh my god.
You just wait 5 minutes before you put it in.
If we're doing a BJ shot, make sure you use your tongue right before you whip it up. Ooh. Otherwise, if the cream off its tip, go to the hole and pound out.
That's so cute. Okay.
Let me give you a little background of why I even wanted to create this video. So basically there was a question, or there was this meme that was going around, and the meme was talking about, there was a scenario where this guy texted this lady and was like, hey, can we go out for ice cream? And she was like, absolutely not. We cannot go out for ice cream. And it's like, if you can't put more effort into this date, then I'm cool. And so it circulated around. It was basically asking like who was right, who was wrong, whatever the case may be. And so in my opinion, I don't think anybody was wrong, right? It was something that she didn't want to do. And if that's her preference, she has a right to say no. And if he likes ice cream, maybe he thought they was cool. So it almost goes back to this, like, what is a good first date? Is coffee date okay? Ice cream okay? Drinks okay? Like, what is really your preference? Do you prefer, and this is to the audience, do you prefer to be kind of wined and dined on the first day? Or do you feel like, hey, if we go to ice cream or coffee, then if I don't like this guy or girl, then I can easily step away, okay? And so that's how this conversation really came about. So tell me, what do you all think? What is the good first perfect date for you all? What is your opinion on this particular topic?
Okay. So we are at a restaurant, Girls Night Out.
Girls night out. Hot girl summer.
We are at a dessert and bar place called Better Than Sex. And so the discussion on the table is, would we come here for a first date? What are your thoughts?
I would definitely come here for a first date, but I would be apprehensive about the intentions afterward.
Yes.
But what I just got through saying is, and I feel like this goes for both sexes, it's not the person, it's not the horn that gets tooted, it's who toots it. So if you take me here on the first date, we better know each other a little bit more intimately than we may think we're ready to. But I'm interested to explore that idea. So I would say yes, it's a good idea for a first date. It's definitely a good idea for a second to third. Because just the conversation between you and the waiter and how things are ordered is very intriguing. But you also have to be careful, because you might, as a guy, you might not. And I'm just saying, those are the kind of things that are happening at these tables. So as a guy, you have to be careful, because not every girl is going to be ready for that. But if you feel that vibe, I would definitely recommend, for sure.
Okay, so let's Better Than Sex bar, and Taylor's about to do a shot.
Let's go, let's go.
The blowjob
I'm
shot.
ready. Oh, it's a blowjob shot. Okay.
Let's
Get ready.
go for cheesy.
Act bad.
Wow.
Oh, seamless throat.
Yes, it was very seamless. Cheers, mama.
Y'all see why this is a topic of discussion, because you're doing shots like that.
Blowjob shots. Yes.
Yes. So what would that discussion look like?
I think I kind of want to go off the last question. Is this a good first date? If this was a first date and a guy take me on, I would be very shocked. But I think it would be an amazing conversation starter. Like, how'd you stumble upon this? Better Than Sex, especially if I've never been here before. This is giving very sensual, sexy, take me back to the hotel room vibe. My vibe.
Intimacy, for sure.
Very
Intimacy,
intimate.
yes.
You know, you have your
Very
blowjob shot.
intimate.
you have your crisp dipped in all this sexy words that they were using instead.
You had it.
Right.
It was gone.
So I think it's a great idea for a first date coming from a guy. Points kind of like if he did this for me, I might. I don't know. But yeah, I think this is cute. This is also a really great girls' night.
It is.
Get here, have these conversations, those
Yes.
fun conversations about the
Definitely
guys,
opens up.
and definitely a great, blowjob shots. This was amazing, y'all. This was
Butter, okay? Butter.
Smooth down your throat.
What was the next question? I'm sorry.
He appreciates like sensuality. He knows like women like sweets.
And he
you
knows
could
what
be
to
on
do.
you could be on your time of the month
There it
right
is.
now, and he's feeding that. Like he knows that a woman will not go out of his way,
I like that one.
to just give herself something unhealthy. So let me just show you that it's okay to be you around me. I think it's a great first date, and if a man wants to me while I'm on the date, it's great. I don't have to, but
But this might add some extra kudo
And then
points.
show him your dessert and your drink.
yeah. And then I don't know
The
what this
gigolo.
is, but this is the gigolo, and I'm like a jigaloo. And this ice cream is amazing. So yeah.
And that's a sexy dessert for
That's a
sure.
very
Strawberries
sexy
and
dessert.
ice cream.
Yeah.
Nuts and chocolate. Very
For
sexy
sure.
dessert.
Don't you want to see how your man eats a strawberry?
I was like, no, he would probably be feeding you right about
Yeah.
now. That's what I was
say,
thinking. That
What I did like about your answer is that if he doesn't know necessarily what you like,
Going back to the question of whether or not this is a great first night day out, which my girls also answered the question, so I'm going to piggyback in. Do I think this is a great night for a first date? I don't know if this is a great first date night. I think this is something like when you guys are already established and, it's a couple dates in, a couple months in. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of the sexual innuendos, I feel like on the first date, it can kind of go left. Or if you are not on that type of vibe where you're like, I want to have sex with you, I want to sleep with you, definitely don't go to this place on a first date night because there's just too many sexual innuendos. And if you're looking sexy, feeling sexy, there may be something that may potentially happen that you don't want to happen on the first date. So that is my opinion on it. If you go to this restaurant, you have to let me know, do you think it's a first good date night? Or do you think that you should wait? I think it really depends on the direction that you're trying to take the relationship. I don't like to talk about sex on a first date or anything like that because then it's like this, well, is our relationship going to be based off of sex? I don't want a relationship just based off of sex, right? But I think, again, later on, if you want to have fun, different things like that, I think it's great.
okay.
Did you? Oh, yes.
This is our waiter.
Hi.
Next time I have to try the fever one.
Try fever comes in a really fun shape, you know what I mean? So I'm really into it, into that cake.
Let's actually talk about this restaurant, okay? So this restaurant is called Better Than Sex. They have several locations. This was the one in LA off of Melrose. I want to say they have at least 2 other locations that you can go to. So look it up in a city near you. So basically when you walk in, it's very dark, right? So I went as a girls' night out, but I do think it's probably better for a date night. But anyway, so you walk in, it's a very dark place. We have our own separate room. And there's also other booths outside, but I feel like it's very secluded and very nice. So once you sit down, you are giving an iPad. And so on this kind of iPad screen is where you'll be able to scroll and see your desserts and your drinks. And so the desserts and drinks have very fun names. Yes, so they definitely have sexual innuendos on the name. So the dessert that I had, it was a cheesecake ice cream, y'all. That cheesecake ice cream was so smooth, so delicious. It was actually made in-house. It had an Oreo bread pudding with a thin slice of white chocolate. So I would say the bread pudding, the Oreo side was good. I wish it was a little bit more moist, but that ice cream was bomb. On the table, we also had a Fever Crisp, or it was something like that. But it was like this apple cinnamon and buttery type of dessert. It was a really, really good. I think that was my favorite, even though I had tasted it from someone else. And then there was another one called like a Nikki pie, okay? And so what is also funny is how the waiters come out. So when the waiters come out and explain everything, like for example, there is like these shots. I don't drink, y'all, but my girls do that I was with. And so it was like a back shot, okay? So, you know. So it was like, oh, okay, so roll it around, take it back. Like you had to literally I'm holding my hand, but you could not hold your hand on this one. You literally are supposed to put your mouth on it and then swish it back, right? And so even the waiter talks in innuendos as well. So I definitely feel like it's a very like sexy vibe. The other cool thing is on that iPad where your drinks and stuff are, they also have like a list of questions that you can ask each other, like if it were a date night, right? So that's really kind of like the vibe of the restaurant. And so that's why I said, if you wanted to get cute, go on a date night, obviously eat something before you come. And then afterwards, just kind of go get you a drink and get you dessert, right? And they actually have non-alcoholic drinks for people like me. So I was excited about that. So I definitely say go check it out. I think it's a fun
Better
place.
than sex? Is it thumbs up?
Yeah.
Better than sex? Thumbs up? Thumbs up?
Thumbs up, guys.
Okay. I think we'll be back.
Yes, we'll definitely be back.
For sure, for sure.
Great food.